Hello, Bison. My name is Khariss Bender. I'm a sophomore media journalism and film major, political science minor from Atlanta, Georgia. And this Wednesday, September 13th, I had the opportunity of getting a shuttle bus interview with Dr. Cathy Hughes, radio and television personality, business executive, founder of Radio One and Howard University's own WHUR The Quiet Storm, and of course, the namesake of the Cathy Hughes School of Communications. Let's take a look.
I'm a people person, and I just want to meet the students and have them have the opportunity to meet me. Oftentimes, when people have certain profiles, other individuals, particularly when you're a student, think that they're not accessible. So I decided to surprise you all and be totally accessible. Well, number one, I started at the top. I started as an investor in a radio station in Omaha, Nebraska. So I always laugh. So I kind of started at the top of a radio station and worked my way down. And then when I came here, it was such an incredible opportunity because I had learned as a volunteer to be able to restructure and build WHUR. My first year here, though, I was a faculty member, I was a lecturer in the School of Communications, and it was so interesting because it was like 30 years to the day that I had arrived on this campus as a student. I was then awarded an honorary doctorate from Howard University, one of the most important days of my life. And then some 40 years later, the School of Communications was named in my honor. I have always been dedicated to helping young people, particularly young people who are in school. In 1909, my grandfather started a school that's still in operation today, the Piney Woods Country Life School in Piney Woods, Mississippi, that's headed by Dr. Will Crossley, who was a classmate and study buddy with Barack Obama, was a presidential appointee, had attended the school many decades ago. We saw him all the way through undergrad, all the way through law school at Harvard. And once President Obama appointed him to the Department of Education, I approached him and asked him would he consider leaving a presidential appointee to come back and save our boarding school. We have 150 students. They pay little or no tuition, and they go to some of the biggest schools in the colleges in the country. So education is something I grew up around and with, and this obligation to help young people get a quality education is really part of the fabric of my family.
For people that are either pursuing communications or just people who are pursuing a college degree and education, what message do you want to leave with them?
That if you look at the history of our people, one of the reasons that it was illegal in the United States for Black people to learn how to read and write, and we're not talking about that long ago, we're not talking about centuries ago, we're talking about only decades ago, where states had laws prohibiting Black people from learning how to read and write because they knew that education was one of the main tickets to our liberation. If you don't really have a good education and know what is going on in the world and how you fit into it, it's not possible for you to be part of the change and the progress. I wish you well. I'm so thankful and honored that you would ask me for the interview. And I don't want anyone being angry with you or nor me, so we're going to let everybody on the bus. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Hughes.
Thank you. I'm going to be riding the shuttle for a while longer.